What's up, everyone? This is Nick with Budget Decks, and today we have ourselves a $14.02 Vendread deck. That is correct. You heard that correctamundo. $14.02. That's a bit of a far cry away from the $110 Blue Eyes deck we did a couple weeks ago. Let's get into this, boys and girls. This deck has been provided by my good friend Cameron. He was very proud of the fact that he got a very cheap deck. Actually, he's been making a lot of cheap decks. I have a few other of his decks lined up to show you. But anyway, thank you, Cameron, for throwing your Vendread deck at me, and thank you for making it really freaking cheap. Anyway, let's get into it. Here we go. Of course, we will start with the extra deck, but I'm not going to move the main deck yet because it's such a small extra deck. We only have two extra deck monsters. First one is going to be Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. A really good card, especially for a zombie deck. You know, gains attack for as many zombies in the graveyard. And it can also special summon some shit, and that's always fun. And then, of course, a copy of Archfiend Zombie Skull. Basically the cooler version of Summoned Skull. And his effect, a little underwhelming, but zombie monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. So, I mean, you know, two really good synchro cards. You could obviously add a lot more into this, especially because you have some room for that budget spread, but all in all, not bad. So just in case, there's what it looks like spread out, in case you guys are like, oh my god, what are the cards? Archfiend Zombie Skull, Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon Dick Sucker, whatever the hell he is. Really good card. Really good card. Anyway, moving on to the main deck now. On to the head cheese of the deck. Full disclosure, I don't know anything about this deck. He kind of threw it at me last week, and I probably should have learned it, but unfortunately I have been very busy with work and some other things. So what you see is what you get. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know this deck very well. But I will comment on the artwork. So, you know, there you go. First off, 3 copies of Vendread Hound Horde. Really cool card. Love that artwork. Look at that. There's a lot of barking going on in there. They got some long-ass fangs, and some of them have 3 eyes, like that guy up there. So, pretty freaking cool. Pretty freaking cool. You know, I think I'm going to do it this way this time. You know, I did the other, like, more professional way last time. This time, let's do it like the shit way. I prefer shit way sometimes. You'll notice that there's like a little magical black dot in the effect. Wait, where's my finger? There it is. A little magical black dot in the effect box. This usually means if you use it for, because I believe this is a ritual deck, if you use these monsters as ritual materials while they're on the field, the ritual monsters will gain effects. So it's a lot like the digital bugs with the XYZs, except this time it's now with ritual monsters. So I'll just zoom this in real quick. Oh, wow, look, there. Let's focus it real quick. There we go. Pause the video, read the effect. Congratulations, you did it. So 3 copies of Vendread Hound Horde. Refocus. Come on, there we go. Cool. Next up, 3 copies of Vendread Revenants. A very fun card. This card, again, looks really cool. I'll be completely honest, when I first saw this card, I thought this person in the back had an axe for a hand, but unfortunately that is not the case. 1800 attack, 200 defense. It's a zombie card. Whoop-de-doo. Again, it has that little black dot for if you use it with a ritual monster, that ritual monster gains an effect. Again, I don't really know what the effects are. I'm just kind of showing you how we built it, all right? And it was $14.02. Stop judging me, Clarence. Stop it, you fucking shit. 3 copies of Vendread Striges, or Striges, or Strigs. Vendread S-Word. This card is really cool. Looks like it's a bunch of fucking birds. And yeah, there it is. It's a level 2. It's a dark, you know, you can Lure of Darkness it, and there's the card. You know, let's do a quick little focus on the effect there so you can read it if you really want to. If you're fucking weird. There's the effect. Wow. Cool. Look how fucking ugly it is. Jesus. Is that a Medusa bird? That's a fucking Medusa bird. Ugh. Ugh, I wouldn't want a flying Medusa bird. That's weird. That's real weird. All right. And then 2 copies of Vendread Core, which is a really weird card. I don't even know how to compliment or insult its artwork. All I know that it looks like something Pablo Picasso would probably be jerking off to. So, Mr. Picasso, you're welcome for the porn. And then 2 copies of Vendread Anima. Not to be confused with Kalima. It's Anima. Different things, okay? Again, dark, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense. It's a zombie. I mean, come on, let's be real. Zombies aren't really that strong. In real life. Anyway, that's kind of the core of the monsters. Sorry we're a little low energy today. It's been a very long week for me. Now on to the... what the fuck are these? The blue cards. The blue cards. The ritual cards, there we go. One copy of Chimera. One copy of, Battlelord. Vendread Battlelord. 2 copies of Slayer, the main guy, plus, he's pretty cheap and it's the shiny version. And then one copy of Executor. Look at that. There they are. There's your Vendreads. There's a lot of shit that goes on with them. They have a lot of effects and they gain effects, depending on how many monsters you use for the ritual summon. So that's pretty good, I'd say. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Again, I don't know anything about this deck. He gave me the deck. I'm profiling it. It's $14.02. Just fucking buy the deck and play it. It's cheap. Next is 2 copies of Plague Spreader Zombie. Let's get it out of the glare there, Jesus. 2 copies of Plague Spreader Zombie. This card's really good for extending your combos, allowing you to special summon it, and then, of course, get into a synchro. It's also a tuner, which is cool, and this used to be a really expensive card for the longest time, but now it's really cheap, so you guys should definitely look into getting it. Plague Spreader Zombie, really cool card. And then one of my favorites, in my personal zombie deck, I like to use uni-zombie, and my boy Cameron is definitely stepping it up with the uni-zombie. This one's really good. I actually know this guy's effect. You can lower any monster's level, essentially, that's a zombie, or raise it, and you can either special summon a card, or it turns him into a tuner, and then you can discard a card or send a card from your deck to your grave, and it's fucking fantastic because zombies belong in the grave. Am I right? I'm right. Of course I'm right. I'm always right. God, that's why you guys watch me. I'm always fucking right. Duh. Next up is going to be 3 copies of Vendread Night. Fucking glare. That's really annoying. 3 copies of Vendread... Nope, we're going to just deal with the glare. I'm sorry. 3 copies of Vendread Knights. This is the field spell card. And I did read up on this a little bit, but of course I forgot it immediately. You can discard 1 card, add a Vendread from your deck, so it's a searcher, which is really nice. I'm assuming that's a once per turn, yep. And when it destroys a monster, you banish a Vendread, and then you can attack twice in a row. That's pretty fucking cool. There are no terraformings in this deck, but this is a pretty good card. I would add at least 2 terraforming, maybe 1 terraforming. That's pretty fucking cool. So not bad. Not bad at all, in all honesty. Next up is going to be 3 copies of Vendread Charge, which is a very nice card. Let's read the effect together, everyone. Hooked on Phonics worked for us. Send 1 zombie monster from your hand or face up from the field. Special summon a Vendread from your deck. So that's pretty good. Just kind of speeds up your play. Allows some, special summoning, which is always good. Special summoning is fun, right? We all have fun with special summoning. I know I do. I don't know if you guys do. I know I do. Okay, I do. Next is going to be 3 copies of Vendread Origin, which is, it's just your generic ritual spell. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. Coffee's great. It's just your standard run-of-the-mill ritual spell. Has some pretty cool artwork. There's some fucking picture of a couple in there, it looks like. And it's a ritual spell card. Next is kind of the improved version, and I would actually recommend you run 2 Origins and then 3 of these, but that's my own personal opinion. 2 copies of Evolution. Evolution's really good because you can actually use a monster from your deck to then ritual summon a monster in your hand, which is fantastic. You just have to make sure, though, it exactly equals... The monster you're sending from the deck exactly equals that monster you're summoning. Now, granted, you can only do that with 1 monster, but it lets you get rid of a resource in your deck. It thins your deck, and it also... I don't know, it just feels a little bit better to have it 3. I would have 3 Evolutions and then 2 Origins, but that's just me. I could be wrong, and it could be a brick. I don't know, I've never played the deck. Next up is 1 copy of Vendread Nightmare. I don't know what this card does. I just know that it was 8 cents, and that the artwork is, again, really kind of crazy. It's kind of hard for me to tell what's actually going on in these. These are fucking weird. Yeah, so 1 copy of Vendread Nightmare. Woohoo! We're killing it. Look at that triangle elbow. How you doing, Dark Magician Girl? You looking good. You looking real good, Dark Magician Girl. Oh, man. Come back to my place sometime, you know what I mean? Just come back to my place and we'll have a dandy old time and you can allure me with your darkness. Anyway, this is fucking stupid. 2 copies of Allure of Darkness, draw power. This is $6 right here. You're looking at $6 worth of fucking cards. It's about as much as this much of the deck. Like, if you can see that. Like, that's about this. These two cards are worth about this much of the deck. So, you know, if you can do without Allure of the Darkness, this would be a sub $8 deck. I would highly recommend you try to figure that out. I know I didn't because, again, I don't play the deck, but it's a great draw card. You draw 2 cards, banish 1. Pretty fucking simple. And then, of course, onto the trap cards. 1 copy of Daybreak, 1 copy of Reunion, 1 copy of Reorigin, and last but not least, 1 copy of Revolution. All lovely cards, all with really crazy artwork. They're all commons except for Reorigin, and they're all pink. That's my Vendread. Well, not my Vendread. That's Cameron's Vendread deck profile, everyone. Good 3 claps for Cameron. Good job, Cameron. Thank you for providing this Vendread deck. I'm really sorry that I'm not the comedic energetic self that I am. But hey, I'm getting a video out to you guys, and it's $14. So $110 minus 14, that puts us at $96. So currently, with the $110 Blue Eyes, we have so far fit 1 deck into that price point. And as far as I remember, this deck isn't that bad. Like, it's actually pretty fucking decent. Anyway, y'all, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon. Toodles, my noodles!